I back tested over 450,000 opening range break strategies with a Python backtester and made all of the data public. Now, I built this Python backtester and got all of the data that I could over the last 7 months that I could export out of TradingView. Is how this works is TradingView gives me all of the 5 minute candle data that I want going back 7 months. I then put all of that into a Python backtesting engine that I custom built, and I have it deployed running around the clock from Friday when market closes at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it runs all weekend. That way, before Sunday market open, you have the best optimized results over the last 7 months for 9 different tickers for futures. Let me show you how you can get access to all of these results plus the free strategy on TradingView that I have out that can input these exact settings to replicate the results you're about to see. So this is what the site looks like. This is QuantCrawler.com, and you will be able to access the ORB strategy results. So you can see here 9 tickers, 450,000 trial runs, 8 of them are complete, 1 is still working. And before I even scroll down, I want to talk about this piece right here. I have intentionally put in a buffer on these analysis that run because between Python and TradingView, there's a disconnect. Python can't seem to break down the exact OHLC candle export data that you get out of TradingView. And I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of you, but basically, between TradingView's data export and Python actually analyzing that data for at bar close entries and things like that, that's not a direct translation. So I had to do a little bit of working around on that, but I've been able to replicate these results consistently over and over again. So I'm confident that this is accurate. However, I am still trying to improve it. So my disclaimer here is that results are estimates and will vary from TradingView. That is expected. You don't need to tell me that they don't match 100%. I know they don't match 100%, but I'm doing my best. So these results are generated by our Python backtesting engine using 50,000 parameter optimizations. When you enter these into TradingView, your results will differ due to differences in data feeds, intrabar execution modeling, and slippage calculations. Our numbers are intentionally conservative, meaning drawdown may be slightly higher, P&L may be slightly higher as well. I have a buffer built into this, so you are not surprised by, hey, you said a P&L of 23,000, it's only 4,000, and I just wasted my time. So when you're here on this page, you can click this button right here, get free orb strategy on TradingView, and it will immediately pull you into my profile on TradingView, where you can add QuantCrawler orb strategy with adaptive risk and session levels. You can add it to your favorites, and then when you add it to whatever chart you want to look at here, this will give you all of the settings that you need to put in order to match these outcomes. So when you click YM and expand it, it gives you the session times, the orb period minutes, and I'm going to walk you through in this video how to set one of these up. We're not going to do it for every single one, even though I've already done it, just because once you know how to input settings one time, you just simply replicate it the whole way down. The last piece before I start showing you the real numbers is GC and NQ somehow are broken in Python. I can't figure out the tick size conversion. It should be simple, but I was working too late last night. My brain started to hurt and I messed something up. So we're going to skip those in this video. But before we do our first full run on April 4th, which is this coming Saturday, these will be fixed and working. So you'll be able to see the best results for GC and NQ when the first published works of this are on Saturday the 4th. So now with all of that out of the way, on YM, you just simply click this and expand it out. And like I said, it gives you the best settings. And then you also have a second place, third place, and fourth place. So if for some reason the best settings aren't for you and you want to see maybe these actually do perform better than what these claim, you can test all of these if you'd like. So I showed you how to get the strategy that has these settings. Now I'll show you what the actual results look like when you input all of these. I'm on YM, I have the strategy added, and these are the numbers right here. So let me split my screen here so we can easily input these. So you can see right here, session time 4:20 to 9:35, and these are all Eastern Standard Time. Same with the strategy. It's all calculates in Eastern Standard Time. So start hour 4:20 right there. Orb period minutes 100 right here. The session end hour and minute 9:35, that's right here. And then just going down the line, the session days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, right here, you can select or deselect any of these. So this has Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. We're set, we're matching. The stop loss method is midpoint. That's right here. Just again, continuing down the line, I will reorder these so it's all in order and you don't have to hop around. But minimum orb range points is 54. That's this right here. Minimum range 54. That matches. Then we scroll down to full TP risk to reward is 10. That's right here. TP risk to reward 10. There's no enable trailing stop is off right here. And we're doing one contract, one position size right here. So our settings match exactly what this found right here. So let me go ahead and close my split view. And now here's the backtested report from August 31, where this data is current from, through April 1. It had a total P&L of 27,175 with a max equity drawdown of 1,700, 68 total trades. It had a win rate of almost 49%, not overly impressive, but the profit factor is nice, 3.393. So you only need to be a profitable, or excuse me, a break even trader if you win 33% of the time and you have at least a 1 to 2 risk to reward, meaning if you risk $500, you're making 1,000 and you win 33% of the time, you are a break even trader. So at that point, anything above 33% and a 2 profit factor or higher, you are a profitable trader. You can also see from the website I put here at the top, 50,000 parameter combinations tested per ticker, optimized for 50K prop firm accounts with a $2,000 max drawdown. So when you run this, in theory, from peak to trough, meaning its highest point to its lowest point, its drawdown is $1,700. So in theory, you should be able to set this up and never lose a $50,000 prop firm account, because at no point do you ever go from peak to trough and lose more than $2,000, which would be drawdown limits on most prop firms. So right here, this could, in theory, if these numbers repeated themselves in the future, be a set it and forget it style approach. And $27,000 over 7 months is not crazy numbers. However, it's still good money. And then when you start to break this down, we'll just look really quick at like the last 90 days. The last 3 months alone, it made 16,355 with a drawdown of 1,165 and a 58% win rate. The last 30 days, it made 8,545 with a drawdown of 1,135 for an almost 62% win rate and a profit factor of 4.5 over the last 30. I know there's only 13 total trades, but remember, you're only trading 4 days a week. So with all of that being considered, if this was your figure over the last 30 days and you made $8,500, that's more than most day traders make, and it's just one strategy. So I'm not saying this is going to be a slam dunk home run, because we need it to repeat itself in the future, but based on past results, this would be a very solid outcome for your day trading journey. Now, that is YM settings. You can see here as well, the drawdown is higher when you actually convert it into TradingView. It's 1,700, but on our back tested results, it says 1,305. So there is a difference there. It is something to note, but as I have the disclaimer, things are going to be a little bit different. I am finding when I entered most of these in here, the drawdowns are higher than what Python is calculating by a few $100s. So it does matter, but none of these will blow prop firm accounts in theory from peak to trough, highest point to lowest point. You can also see that the P&L 23,498 is significantly less than the 27,175 that TradingView has this at in backtested results. So now let's move on to the next one, MNQ. I'm just going to quickly side by side these. You can see August 31 to March 31, which is today or yesterday. We're in that trading day. MNQ from 4 a.m. to 12:30. It says the P&L is 17,158. It's actually 20,197, and drawdown 961. Drawdown is actually 1,095. So I can live with that. That's not a big deal. And this is trading 2 contracts right here on MNQ with these settings, and we'll just walk through these ones really quick, and then I'm not going to walk through settings on the next ones. We'll just compare numbers. 4 a.m. to 12:30, you have the orb start hour at 4, a 15-minute orb period right here to 12:30, trading Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. We have Tuesday excluded. That always seems to be a poison day in every backtest I've ever ran on MNQ and MES. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Our stop loss method is opposite side. That's right here. Our minimum orb range points is 19.5. That's right here. We scroll down. our full TP at 4.3. That matches right here, 4.3. And the very next variable, enable trailing stop, is off. I turn that off as well. And 2 contracts right here. So you can see with all of that, that the total P&L is more. The drawdown is $90 more. Again, this is one of those that could run automated from peak to trough and only lose a max of 1,095. So again, in theory, this never blows a prop firm account. In the last days, it made 10,843 with a 1,073 drawdown. In the last 30 days, it made 7,046 with a 1,073 drawdown. And in the last 7 days, it made 1,185 with a 685 drawdown. All very manageable, all very doable. So that's the full walkthrough of this one. And then let's just compare the next few quickly, and then you guys can access all of this data off the website. The next one here is RTY. This one is still running. I have these exact settings in. P&L of 12,759, actually 15,040. The max equity drawdown TradingView saying is 1,380, and it's about $200 higher from my backtested results. Again, still manageable and all good there, over 87 trades. This one calculated 90, which is probably why we have a little bit more P&L. On ES right here, P&L of 8,298 with a drawdown of 1,038. You can see the total P&L is 9,502. It found one additional trade, and the drawdown is slightly higher by about $220, it looks like. Again, manageable. MES 6,868 with a drawdown of 1,028. You can see the P&L is actually 8,072, and the drawdown is 1,170, about $150 more. Again, I say it over and over, it's manageable. You can live with that. I'm sorry it's not 100%. I want it to be 100% accurate, but none of this is breaking or losing any accounts for anybody. Right here, MYM 4,729 with a drawdown of 822. This is a P&L of 5,595 with a drawdown of 1,006. And then the last one we're going to look at, because I mentioned in the beginning that GC and NQ are broken, I have to fix those before this weekend. M2K P&L of 3,721 with a drawdown of 623. And the actual results are 4,263 on the P&L and a drawdown of 795. So in most of these right here, you get 1,000 plus more on your P&L, and your drawdown is about $250 off, let's say. Unfortunately, it's not off in the positive side for us, but it's within the $2,000 parameter that I really want. So I will work on fine tuning that and putting in a better buffer for future results and runs. But this is going to run every every Friday night. And then by the time the market opens, it's going to run all the way through Friday night and all the way through Saturday. It's running 450 plus thousand combinations a week. So it does take a little bit of time, but it should be up and running completely and entirely before Sunday market opens. So you could update and optimize all of your settings, all of your strategies, everything for the trading week, previous 7 months of data every Sunday morning before market open if you really wanted to. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found it helpful. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Make sure you follow the channel and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see any other. I am going to work on Forex in the future, but right now this is just for futures, and Forex will be coming soon.